Before any iterations or even concepts of Law and Order emerged, In the Heat of the Night set the precedent. With Carroll O'Connor leading as Police Chief Bill Gillespie and Howard Rollins as Police Detective Virgil Tibbs, let's not overlook Bubba, shall we? Were you aware that the iconic theme music was crafted by the legendary Quincy Jones? This highly praised series was loosely derived from the 1967 film and 1965 novel of the same title. Each week, viewers were transported back to their beloved small-town police department, addressing not only crime, but also pressing issues like racism and domestic violence. It's no wonder this series remained on the airwaves for so long, precisely from 1988 to 1995. Today, we're revisiting the rugged and resilient city of Sparta, Mississippi. Not an actual city, mind you. Filming took place in Covington, Georgia, so things moved a tad slower than in L.A. Covington already had a claim to fame as the backdrop for the first 5 episodes of The Dukes of Hazzard. The Covington Public Library underwent a transformation into the Sparta Police Department, and that's where all the action unfolded. Let's dive right in. Hugh O'Connor as Leaty Lonnie Jameson. Leaty Lonnie Jameson was known for his sharpness and directness, and by the conclusion of the series, his character had transitioned from a supporting patrolman to a prominent lieutenant and acting chief of detectives. Hugh, born in Rome, Italy, was adopted by Carroll O'Connor and his wife, Nancy. At 16, Hugh was diagnosed with Hodgkin's disease, but overcame it with chemotherapy. It was during this period that Hugh developed a dependency on drugs. 6 months prior to Hugh's passing, his spouse informed Carroll about a man named Harry Thomas Perzigien who had been supplying Hugh with drugs. So after engaging a private investigator, they amassed sufficient evidence to apprehend and convict Perzigien. Tragically, Perzigien was only apprehended after Hugh had taken his own life. On March 28, 1995, the 3rd anniversary of his marriage, Hugh phoned his father to disclose his intent to end his life, citing his inability to overcome his drug addiction. Carroll promptly contacted the authorities, who arrived at Hugh's residence just as he fatally wounded himself. Hugh passed away at the age of 32. Carroll dedicated the remainder of his life to advocating for drug abuse awareness and successfully campaigned to have California enact the Drug Dealer Liability Act in 1997. Allan AY as Capt. VLE Bubba Skinner. Capt. Bubba Skinner, though formidable, possesses a kind heart. He was somewhat mentored by O'Connor's character, which made the introduction of Tibbs a bit challenging for him. Known for his toughness, he also had a compassionate side, often labeling racists and bigots as knuckleheads. Allan AY's career trajectory took an unconventional path. Initially, he pursued football and was drafted by the Green Bay Packers in 1975 under the name Carlos Brown. After playing as quarterback for 3 games, he was released by coach Bart Starr. Following this, Autry transitioned to Hollywood, making his first significant appearance in The Dukes of Hazzard in 1981. Subsequently, he landed the role of Bubba in a Season 7 episode intended as a pilot for a potential spin-off, although it didn't come to fruition. He then secured a recurring role on Grace Under Fire as Rick Bradshaw. In 1999, he became a series regular in Sons of Thunder, a spin-off of the popular Chuck Norris series Walker, Texas Ranger. Autry also appeared in the 2017 MMA action film, Victory by Submission. Apart from his acting career, Autry is deeply committed to philanthropy and is a devout Christian. In 2000, he ventured into politics and served 2 terms as mayor of Fresno until 2009. Today, at 71, he serves as the CEO of the Autry Entertainment Group, Carroll O'Connor as Chief William AY Bill Gillespie. Yeah, what? The direct and succinct response from the chief whenever the phone rang. He exemplified honor and decency during a period when some of his colleagues in law enforcement did not. Carroll O'Connor not only portrayed this character, but also served as an executive producer and contributed as a writer for many episodes. However, O'Connor is perhaps best remembered for his iconic role as Archie Bunker, the endearing bigot in the beloved sitcom All in the Family. His involvement helped propel the show to immense success, spawning no fewer than 7 spin-offs: Maude, 1972 to 1978, Good Times, 1974 to 1979, The Jeffersons, 1975 to 1984, Archie Bunker's Place, 1979 to 1983, Checking In, 1984, Gloria, 1982 to 1983, and 704 Hauser, 1994. Many argue that his performance in Heat of the Night was equally remarkable. O'Connor's television career extended beyond his role as Chief Bill. He also appeared in Party of Five in the 1990s. His final on-screen appearance was in the 2000 romantic comedy Return to Me, directed by Bonnie Hunt, before his unfortunate passing the following year due to a heart attack. He was 76 years old. David Hart as Officer Parker Williams. Deputy Parker Williams is a genuine Southern gentleman, a compassionate individual deeply invested in the welfare of Sparta's residents. David Hart embarked on his acting journey in the early 1980s. His inaugural recurring role was on In the Heat of the Night, a pinnacle he never managed to surpass in subsequent endeavors. His most recent appearance was in the 2011 Western film Forgiven, helmed by Allan AY, also known as Bubba. Hart contributed to the In the Heat of the Night Christmas CD Christmas Times, A Comin' By, recording the song Let It Snow in 1991. Collaborating with A-Team Nashville studio pianist Hargus Pig Robbins, the track was produced by co-stars Randall Franks and Allan AY. Hart's face has graced numerous commercials for renowned brands such as IHOP, Maxwell House Coffee, and Coors Light. Currently, at the age of 70, he resides in Arlington, TX, alongside his wife, who serves as a senior minister there. David's daughter from a previous marriage, Mamrie Hart, boasts a successful career as an actress and comedian, boasting a YouTube channel with over 1.1 million subscribers. Anne Marie Johnson as Althea Tibbs. Althea Tibbs serves as Virgil's spouse, doubling as an educator and counselor. Anne Marie earned her theater degree from UCLA in 1973 and commenced her acting career, although she didn't garner significant attention until 1984 with her portrayal of Lynn Williams on Hill Street Blues. Many fondly recall her consistent presence as Nadine in every installment of the spin-off What's Happening Now. This paved the way for her portrayal of Althea Tibbs, followed by her appearance in Season 5 of the sketch comedy series In Living Color in 1993. In 1997, she graced 18 episodes of the immensely popular CBS series JAG, demonstrating unwavering commitment to her craft. Johnson ascended to the role of first national vice president of the Screen Actors Guild in 2008. A year later, she vied for the presidency of the Actors Union under the Membership First banner, albeit unsuccessfully, losing to eventual victor Ken Howard. More recently, in 2019, she assumed a regular role on the short-lived NBC production The In-Between and secured recurring roles on the 2020 series Cherish the Day and How to Get Away with Murder. In 2022, she made appearances on episodes of So Help Me Todd and Raven's Home. At present, she celebrates 63 years of life and has enjoyed marital bliss with actor Martin Gray since 1996. Jeffrey Thorne as Sergeant Wilson Sweet. Officer Wilson Sweet arrived at the scene as the confident newcomer fresh out of the police academy, marking one of the initial black individuals to enlist in the police department. Jeffrey Thorne commenced his journey in 1987, honing his skills with an appearance as officers in a single episode of Hill Street Blues. While his portrayal in the Heat of the Night stood out as his most prominent role, he maintained a steady presence until 2000, culminating in a 2-episode stint on the series Bull. At that juncture, he opted to transition from being in front of the camera to wielding a pen, or, more accurately, a computer. Venturing into screenwriting, Thorne contributed as a writer for the 9th season of Law & Order, Criminal Intent. In 2014, NBC entrusted Thorne with the task of reviving Knight Rider in comic book format. And if you haven't caught our Cast Rewind episode for Knight Rider yet, what are you waiting for? Subsequently, in 2017, Marvel appointed Thorne as the head writer and showrunner of the animated series Avengers: Black Panther's Quest. Presently at 54 years old, he assumes the role of co-executive producer for Power. Book 2, Ghost, the inaugural spin-off of the popular Starzee series, Power, and also penned an episode for the latest iteration of Magnum, P.I. in 2021. Howard E. Rollins, Jr. as Chief of Detectives Virgil Tibbs. Captain of Detectives Virgil Tibbs. Prompted by the Sparta City Council's push for increased diversity within the police force, although faced resistance from some colleagues, notably Bubba, who struggled with taking orders from a black superior, marking an intriguing early storyline twist. Rollins truly excelled in his portrayal of Tibbs, a formidable task given the iconic Sidney Poitier's original depiction of the character. Rollins made his cinematic debut in 1981 with a role in the film adaptation of Ragtime, garnering a nomination for Best Supporting Actor at the Oscars. Subsequently, in 1984, he delivered a stellar performance in the highly acclaimed movie A Soldier's Story, paving the way for his portrayal of Virgil Tibbs. Throughout the series' duration, Rollins grappled with substance abuse issues, leading to multiple arrests for drug possession and a brief incarceration following a DUI charge. Consequently, he was relieved of his duties at the conclusion of Season 6 due to his ongoing personal and legal troubles. However, after seeking rehabilitation and achieving sobriety, he made occasional guest appearances. Tragically, Rollins passed away in 1996 at the age of 46 due to complications from HIV, a diagnosis he received merely 6 weeks before his demise. In 2006, a wax figure honoring Rollins was unveiled at the Senator Theater in his hometown of Baltimore. Denise Nicholas as Harriet DeLong. Initially joined the ensemble in a recurring capacity in 1989, portraying Sparta City Councilwoman Harriet DeLong. A divorcee, her initial interactions with Chief Gillespie were marked by profound hostility, resulting in frequent clashes upon her introduction to the series. Gillespie once famously dubbed her the Dragon Lady. Nicholas commenced her television acting journey in 1968, featuring in an episode of It Takes a Thief. She garnered 3 consecutive Golden Globe nominations, 1970, 1972, for Best Actress in a Drama TV Series for her portrayal of Liz McIntyre in the ABC comedy drama Room 222, 1969-1974. Subsequent to her tenure on Room 222, she clinched 2 Image Awards in 1976 for Outstanding Actress in a Motion Picture and Outstanding Actress in a Drama Series for her performance as Beth Foster in Let's Do It Again, 1975. Nicholas also inhabited the role of Olivia Ellis on Baby I'm Back, a CBS sitcom aired in 1978. At the age of 19, Nicholas abandoned her studies at the University of Michigan and affiliated with the Free Southern Theater in New Orleans under the leadership of Gilbert Moses, whom she wed in May 1964 at the American Theater in New York. The marriage dissolved in 1967. Randall Franks as Officer Randy Good. Randall Franks portrayed Officer Randy Good in the series. He is set to portray Dr. Compassionate in the suspenseful thriller The Timeless, based on an upcoming book by Deborah Robillard. Franks both directed and starred in the short film The Patriot's Oath, set during the American Revolution, playing the role of Captain Robert B. Shields. And he also produced the documentary Behind the Patriot's Oath. Following a break, 2001-2009, from cinema and television drama, he made a comeback in 2009 as lawyer Alvin Potter for Robert Townsend's Musical Theater of Hope. His debut novel, A Star or an Old Fiddle, a Nashville crime saga, features the protagonist James Randall, a police officer from a small town, who finds himself drawn into a murder mystery in the big city, intertwined with opportunities for musical success. In 2023, he co-authored Challenging Life's Obstacles, The Memoirs of Joe Barger. With Joe Barger, the 48-year mayor and councilman of Ringgold, Georgia, who, as a materials engineer, contributed to the global expansion of sustainable energy solutions. Frank served as a member of the municipal council, holding positions such as deputy mayor, chair of the council, and council representative in Ringgold, Georgia, over 4 terms from June 2009 to December 31, 2021. He actively volunteered as the chair of the Downtown Development Authority and as the vice chair of the Convention and Visitors Bureau in Ringgold, contributing his services for just over 10 years, combined between the 2 roles. Lois Nettleton as Joanne St. John portrayed Joanne St. Clair for 2 seasons, the proprietor of the Blossom Cafe, a beloved diner in Sparta, as depicted in the Season 2 premiere, and Gillespie's romantic interest. She earned 2 Emmy Awards throughout her illustrious career. Her initial accolade came for her portrayal of Susan B. Anthony in the made-for-television movie The American Woman, Portraits of Courage, 1977, followed by her second for A Pistol for Mandy, 1983, an installment of the religious anthology program Insight. Additionally, she garnered an Emmy Award nomination for Outstanding Guest Actress in a Comedy Series for her appearance in the Golden Girls episode Isn't It Romantic? Christian Jules LeBlanc as Patrolman Junior Abernathy played the role of Junior Abernathy throughout the inaugural season, depicting a young and inexperienced officer frequently corrected by Detective Tibbs or Chief Gillespie for his lack of knowledge in proper police procedures. Nevertheless, he often proves himself capable by assisting in arrests and handling incidents in Sparta. LeBlanc presently portrays the character Michael Baldwin on The Young and the Restless. He was born in Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and initially assumed the role from 1991 to 1993, later resuming it in 1997. He has received 8 Daytime Emmy Award nominations for this role, clinching the Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series accolade in 2005, 2007, and 2009. Prior to his tenure on The Young and the Restless, he featured in another daytime drama, As the World Turns, portraying Kirk McCall from June 2, 1983, until the summer of 1985. LeBlanc clinched the Daytime Emmy for Outstanding Lead Actor on May 20, 2005, June 15, 2007, and August 30, 2009 for his portrayal on YNR. Previously, he earned nominations for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Drama Series in 1999, 2000, 2003, and 2004. On June 20, 2021, during Maurice Benard's podcast State of Mind, he disclosed that he is homosexual and has been wedded to his spouse for 28 years. Tonea Stewart as Aunt Etta Kibbe. Virgil's aunt on his mother's side, Etta Kibbe, serves as a caregiver for Virgil and Althea Tibbs's twins, William Calvin and Sarah Ruth, while residing with them. Seasons 4-7. Before assuming the role of Kibbe, Stewart appeared in the Season 2 episode Prisoners as Ms. Gray, the mother of Eric Gray, a victim of prison violence. She has made guest appearances on various television shows, including Matlock, Walker, Texas Ranger, ER, and Touched by an Angel. Stewart portrayed Gwen Haley, the spouse of Samuel L. Jackson's character, in A Time to Kill, 1996, earning an NAACP Image Award nomination for her performance. In Come Sunday, 2018, she depicted the mother of Pentecostal Bishop Carlton Pearson. Stewart is wedded to Alan Stewart, and they have 3 offspring. One of her grandchildren is named Jennifer Dallas. Carl Weathers as Chief Hampton Forbes. Joined the ensemble for the ultimate season as Chief of Police Hampton Forbes. Hand-selected by the Sparta City Council to helm the department subsequent to the contentious dismissal of Bill Gillespie, Forbes marks the inaugural African-American chief of the department. Weathers initially ventured into acting while simultaneously pursuing football. He landed his initial significant roles in a pair of blaxploitation movies directed by his longtime associate Arthur Marks, Bucktown, 1975, and Friday Foster, 1975. Weathers also featured in an early 1975 installment of the sitcom Good Times titled The Nude, portraying a disgruntled husband suspecting his wife of infidelity. With J.J. Weathers entered matrimony 3 times, firstly with Mary Ann Castle from 1973 to 1983, concluding in divorce. They bore 2 sons. In 1984, he wed Rona Unsel, dissolving the marriage in 2006. The subsequent year, Weathers exchanged vows with Jennifer Peterson and parted ways in 2009. Weathers passed away at his residence in Los Angeles on February 1, 2024, at the age of 76. Crystal Fox as Officer Luann Corbin. Portrayed as Officer Luann Corbin during Season 3. Following the tragic demise of Officer Christine Rankin, the first black woman to join the force, on her inaugural day of duty, Corbin is enlisted as her successor. Luann frequently chauffeured Gillespie and acted as the intermediary between him and Harriet before their relationship became public. The movie debuted at the 2018 Sundance Film Festival and clinched the U.S. Dramatic Audience Award. In 2020, Fox assumed a prominent role in the Netflix thriller film A Fall from Grace. It marked Fox's inaugural leading film role in her extensive career. While the film garnered negative reviews from critics, Fox's performance received acclaim from many. Richard Roper, a critic from the Chicago Sun-Times, remarked in a review, "Most notably, Crystal Fox seizes her moment in the limelight and truly shines." Later in 2020, Fox featured in the Amazon Prime drama series Utopia, developed by Gillian Flynn. In 2021, Fox headlined the trio of movie adaptations based on V.C. Andrews' novels for Lifetime. In 2022, she was selected opposite Chris O'Dowd in the Apple TV Plus comedy series The Big Door Price. This series was incredible, and the characters were thoroughly developed, featuring arguably the most remarkable police chief ever seen on TV. So, we'd love to hear from you. Who stood out as your preferred character in the series? Did you find the 1967 cinematic adaptation more appealing? How about the original book? Any enthusiasts of that John Ball novel? Share your thoughts in the comments section below, and let's reminisce about this outstanding series together.